Sahar from House of Pull, and today we're just going to be tapping into what's going on energetically. It's going to be a general, timeless reading today. So I put it out there in the ethers that whoever needs this message, they receive this message at the perfect time, at the right space, and then that you are able to receive this message at the highest level of wisdom and understanding, then have the power and willpower to merge the data into your daily life so that you too can live to your fullest potential within this lifetime. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to cleanse the energy, we're going to cleanse the space. I'm going to do 3 gongs here. All right, and then it's just going to give you a moment to come into the moment that is beyond time and space and allows me to connect with you, the collective. All right, let us begin now. Breathing in and out, cleansing your space easily and effortlessly, letting go, letting go, letting go. Allowing yourself to come into this moment that is beyond space and time. Opening yourself up to the message and the divine healing that is here for you today. I'm connecting with the collective, calling forth the full force of source within me, my spiritual guides, guardian angels, and ancestors, here to connect with the collective and help them and give them the divine guidance that is needed so that they can move forward with great ease. We love you, we love you, we love you, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. And so it is. Okay, my love bugs. So, let's get into it. Now remember, I told you this is going to be a timeless reading. So whoever gets this is going to be at the moment when you divinely need it. And then you pull and take what resonates easily and effortlessly. What is the information that the collective needs right now? Easily and effortlessly. All right. So far we have, oh boy, we have the 2 of Cups. And of course I'm going to show you this in a moment, but I just want to pull this out. Okay. All right. Anything else? Easily and effortlessly coming through. All right. So let's see. And then back of the tap. Hi, Astro Pop. How you doing, baby? All right. So we have the Lover's card, which is upside down. I'm going to cover this up before I show you guys. Okay. The Lover's card. Ooh, covering all areas. The Lover's card here, which has to do with choices. Okay, we have the 2 of Cups, which is also upside down in reverse. We have the 6 of Wands, which is in reverse. We also have the Judgment card, and then we have the 2 of Swords, okay? So let's start off by taking a look at what we have now, and then as we go along, I'm going to start pulling from the other decks. So energetically, we're just trying to find out what is going on with you right now. So with the 2 of Lovers, it has to do with, yes, it could do with a lovers or friendships or partnerships or relationships. But as I'm looking at that combined with the 2 of Cups, and they are both in reverse. So we're talking about you looking or taking a look at a very close relationship. You're taking a look at what works and what doesn't work anymore, and you're going to be needing to have to make a decision in reference to what works for you and what doesn't work for you. For some people, it's going to be a little bit of a tough situation because with the Wands being, usually if it's up like this, we're talking about celebrating a win. We have it in reverse, okay? So there's either going to be some type of delayed satisfaction, but as I tune into it more, it's more or less as you're having to make these decisions, it's going to be a very hard decision, and it may be something that you have to walk away from that initially in the beginning will break your heart or cause some type of heartache. See, as we have here, you've been getting the calling, okay? This is the Judgment card. You have been getting the call to rise above the occasion, okay? So this is a divine call to be better, to do better, and you've been getting nudges, but you have not been wanting to look at what is going on. You haven't been wanting, and this kind of came through last week also. So the people that are watching this, there's something that you're not wanting to look at, but it's up to you, all right, to remove those blindfolds, and then actually take a look at what's going on. You've been getting the calling, so answer the call. You don't want to have a tower moment, okay? You are in a state of healing at one point in time, or there could have been a situation where the person made you feel like you were left out in the cold, but you are trying to take a look at that situation from a different angle so that you're not as upset with them in reference to that situation. And that allows you to heal, that gives you compassion, and that allows you to move on and move forward. Okay, so let's go for one more deck here, easily and effortlessly. What is the message for the collective? Oh, what is the message for the collective? Okay, yeah, see? All right, we have 2 6s. So once again, 6 has to do with the home, close relationships, okay? We have the third eye chakra. Okay, so we're talking about seeing things, learning how to see things, not with your eyes. This came up again last week. Not by sight, by faith, and not by sight. So it's asking you to use your other senses, okay, to help you come to a conclusion as far as what to do within this situation. And when you decide to do that, there will be victory and success, okay? But only when you're going, it's really asking you to go in and trust yourself and trust your intuition and listen to the nudges, because you know you've been hearing those nudges. Hi, Erica, welcome. You know you've been listening to those nudges, or you haven't been listening to them. They've been knocking on your door. They've been giving you the nudges, and you're like, oh, no, I don't want to deal with it right now. I really don't. There's something else, or I just don't want to look at it, or everything's going smooth, or it seems to be going smoothly. I just don't want to ruffle any feathers. We could be in a nice, good state, but you know there's something that you need to have that conversation about that's been nudging you and that's been eating you inside, okay? But allowing yourself to actually follow through and communicate and take a look at things as the way they are is going to really help you to move forward and to grow inside. See, we have this passions ignited, okay? And we're talking about the opening of the heart, right? Because this is what's going to happen once you actually decide to listen to yourself, to follow through, and to show up for yourself. This is what happens. There is a heart opening that begins easily and effortlessly. What is next? See, rejoice and celebration. Okay, so I know it may be scary, or you just don't want to ruffle up any feathers, but the time is now, and this is going to be part of your evolution. This is time for you to be brave for yourself. All right, this situation, and this is a heart as well. We talked about self-mastery, understanding that you are not alone in this matter. You're learning how to deal with your emotions. You may need to and may have been retreating as far as your emotions are pulling back. They're showing me whoever this person is, or whoever these group of people with, there is a disconnect between you and them in the heart chakra. Whereas before, you were really connected, everything was going great, but then over time things began to happen, and each time something happened and you didn't properly communicate, there was a shift, and then more of a disconnect, and more of a disconnect, and more of a disconnect, okay? So there's been an emotional withdrawal, and you need to deal with it, and you need to communicate, and you need to make a decision as far as what it is that you want to do, okay? And listening to yourself and listening to your intuition as far as the information and the data that you've been given. You have to take control and authority of your own life. See? Right? That's around his crown chakra, right? He is enlightened. He's following the vision of his third eye. Things are going to be seen. You're going to be seeing things. Some things could be coming in dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, obstacles, and challenges. Yes, it is an obstacle or a challenge, right? Because it's telling you that it's time to change, which is why we have that judgment card coming up. It is time to change. You're being called to evolve. You're being called to grow, and you're being called to be better and do better. And now is that time. Yes, there's this little obstacle in the way, but it's telling you to see that bird, look at things from a higher perspective. And then the solution will come to you of how to get across, how to change, so that you can move through this. And you're not alone. Enlightenment, 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 enlightenment. Follow the light. follow the lights. There's going to be little messages and little nudges that you're going to be getting that's going to be helping you to evolve using this situation, or they're saying using this as an opportunity. Okay, spiritual union. Okay, there is more coming for you. All right, and if this isn't with that person, this is really about really getting back to the connection with that person. But it's also about getting to the connection back with yourself first and foremost. Once you're able to have that connection with yourself first and foremost, you can have this connection, and you'll know who to let in to have this type of connection outside of yourself. Okay, you will also realize who and what you should have this close up in your space. If that person is worthy to be in your space, and if they're not, they shouldn't be there. Okay, and it is your responsibility to take authority of your space and who you allow in your space and how you allow them in your space. Okay, because ideally this is what we want: beautiful connection, love, togetherness. Okay, emotional intelligence. All right, patience and planning. All right, it's going to take time. Is it going to happen overnight? Absolutely not, but it is going to take time, and you got this. All right, one step at a time. As I like to say, deep breaths and baby steps, baby. Deep breaths and baby steps. Okay, and what do we see? The two pillars there. Oops, the two pillars, right? And this is the balance. All right, and you coming into the middle, and that growth and that enlightenment, you getting the knowledge and the energy coming down to you, you being able to receive it, and you're seeing that light. You've decided to take those blindfolds off. You're looking at things as they are, okay? And you're listening to yourself. 7 is the number of introspection, all right? But it takes time. It takes being still, okay, to actually hear the call. Yes, conflict, right? Friction. This is what it's talking about. We're trying to move away from this conflict. We're trying to grow out of this conflict. But look at this light here. There's light here. And what else is going on here? It's mental conflict. It's all within you. There's a conflict going outside of you, but there's the real conflict that needs to be addressed is the inner conflict. You have people coming up the steps where one man is going down. So these are the multiple things or the multiple thoughts that are running through your mind. And he's just trying to come down. But as he comes down, which means to go a little deeper and go to that light that is within, he'll have the clarity that he needs in order to evolve and change. Okay? Easily and effortlessly. All right? Pay attention to, you did get the deception and envy card in the background. But once again, protect your space. All right? Someone may be lying to you. All right? But you can feel that. All right? This is where it comes with trusting yourself. Pay attention. And before I even did this reading, that there was some knocking going on, and it was just making me think of this reading that I was going to be doing for you guys. And it's just saying, pay attention. Pay attention. So make sure you're paying attention. All right? Be still. Be quiet. Maybe you don't need to talk. Maybe you just need to sit there and observe. Okay? And see what information you can collect. And then from there, see what nudges that you get and you receive. All right? Easily and effortlessly. The past. Okay? So we're moving on from the past. We're having things come up from the past that you need to address. This is old stuff. It's new stuff, but it's old stuff that you haven't looked at. See? Watch for the signs. Told you. Watch for the signs. The signs are coming in. It's going to be giving you the help and the guidance that you need. Told you. Transformation. All right? And that's 2 because you got 3 things showing some form of transformation. Okay? You have the snake there. Transformation, right? Rebirthing. Okay? Taking what you have learned from the past, releasing all that energy from the past. Butterfly, right? Once again, transformation, changing into something else. Transformation, okay? She is connected to her intuition. All right? It is really, this is the call. This is the call. And you ain't got to answer it, boo-bye. All right? It's, and you should. You should, or you're going to be going through the same thing over and over and over again. I'm just telling you. If you're tired of going through the same thing over and over and over again, make a choice and take authority of your life. Protect your space. Make the decisions and move accordingly. Accept people for who they are and what they do. Some people ain't going to change. The only person that can change is who? You. Okay? And slow it down. Right? That's what I'm saying. Be still. Pay attention. Pay attention. There's some data that's, or some information that's going to be coming in that's going to help you make this decision. Okay? See? And accept help. Okay? If you need help, accept it, baby. As you're moving, because you've got to move through these obstacles. So as you, whatever obstacles that you're coming through, if you need to ask for help, because what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing things as they really are. Okay? Which is going to put you in a position where, okay, all right, this is what I'm working with. Maybe you will need help. If you need help, make sure you ask for it. If you can do it yourself, fantabulous. But don't allow yourself to suffer in silence, okay? And as you move through this, you're going to have to what? Learn how to embrace uncertainty, because you're going into a new thing, a new phase, a new you. Yes, process. Yes, process your feelings. That's why they want you to slow down. All right? And taking the risk and trusting in yourself and what it is that you're being asked and called to do. Trusting in the process, releasing and letting go of what no longer serves you. That healing, you're already doing it because we've already done this, which means we're healing. Okay? There's something good coming in for you. Ace of Wands, a new passion, a new desire. You're learning how to have emotional intelligence and control those emotions. Watch them as they rise. You're becoming the observer. Watching them as they rise. Connecting them to why I feel this way. What is this connected to? We're not reacting. We're responding and moving accordingly. We're taking responsibility and authority of your life. For new beginnings. Okay? Any losses, we're cutting them. Okay? Boundaries, we're creating them. And then we got the sun coming in. Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Okay? The light, the clarity. The light, the clarity. Okay? There's no more of this. Because you went inside, you connected. All right? And you did what you had to do in order to stand up for yourself, which made you stronger. That number 8 again, what do we say that number 8 is? The number 8 is the number of self-mastery. Okay? Face your fears, right? What did I say at the beginning of this? There's something that you ain't been wanting to look at, that you need to take a look at. That source, universe, whatever you want to call it, your guides, Jesus, whatever, has been tapping you on the shoulder about, and you know what that is, that thing right there. What's in your mind right now? That thing, that thing, that thing. Okay, maybe a couple things for some of y'all. But there's one major thing that you know that you're supposed to be looking at. And that's what you're supposed to do, okay? Face it. Woo! And face it with love, okay? Come from a place of love. Love for yourself, grace for yourself. All right? Handle stuff with integrity. Y'all know I always say that. Knowledge. Told y'all you're going to be getting some information coming in. It's going to help you make the decision. Do nothing. Be still. Be still. I told you, be still. Be still, my love. Pay attention. Shush your mouth. Stop reacting. Shush it. Be still. Feel your emotions. Process your emotions. Collect the data. See what's coming in. All right? You have the support. You're not alone. Okay? The past again. Okay? So we're dealing with stuff. I told you, you're dealing with stuff that's been, they're saying the word that's coming up is haunting you. Haunting you for a while. Haunting you in your mind for a while. And that's the thing that it really wants you to face your fears and address that thing that's been haunting you in your mind. That thing that plays in the background of your day. All right, that thing we're like, oh no, I don't want to ruffle any feathers, so I'm not going to say anything. It's not the right time. Okay? Easily and effortlessly. The third eye again, new perspective. This is for the ancestors card. And this is a 3 and a 4. 3 and 4 is what? 7? 7 is the number of introspection going in with that pine cone. That's why it's teamwork, order. Told you, you are not alone. And this is the number 13. When the number 13 is what? The number of transformation. Just remember, you are not alone. And once again, we're talking about a partnership. There's some type of partnership. There's some relationship, a close relationship that we're talking about that you need to handle. Okay, deception. Second time we got that deception card. Somebody is not telling the truth. Something's hidden and you feel that something's off. It probably is. It probably is. You got it twice, boo boss. I don't like talking about that kind of stuff, but it does exist and it is what it is and it's part of life. It's there to help you learn how to trust your intuition. You may not be able to put your finger on it, but it is there. Okay? And that's why they want you to be still and be quiet. And say, show, I'm telling you, just say, source, angels, guides, universe, show me. Show me. If there's something that I'm not supposed to be, or I wouldn't like, or something's going on, then show me. And be ready, though. Okay? Be ready, because this is going to answer. Okay? Generosity. All right? So you're going to be getting the help that you need. You're going to be getting the guidance that you need. All right? Just if you need help, please ask. Okay. Second chances, magic. All right. We got some good stuff coming in the way. Why? Because you're doing the work. Once you do all the work, and second chances and magic and all that stuff is just, what do we say? It's alignment. All right. Being in alignment. You're putting yourself in a state of alignment. You're building a new way for yourself so that there's longevity. Okay. A strong roots, okay, a strong foundation, okay, learning how to rely on yourself, learning how to rely on your nudges and follow through and pay attention, okay, taking responsibility for when you do wrong, accountability, all right, knowing you're not always going to be right. Oh, I didn't notice. Yes, change. I never noticed. On the back of these have 5 on the back of them. Didn't know that. See that? Well, it's kind of backwards, but that's a 5. Okay, 5. And 5 is the number of change. Okay, we have the bottle tree, mediation, intercession. There are many people and beings praying on your behalf, wanting you to do well. Some people you don't want and even ever know about that are praying for you. Okay, that are helping you along your way. That's what I'm telling you. You're not alone. You may feel like you're alone, but just know that you are not alone. Okay? Your inner light, right? Trusting yourself, trusting in the process, listening to that intuition easily and effortlessly. Abundant growth of willpower. See? All right. Learning to trust yourself because you're learning justice, getting that mojo, getting your mojo back. Why? Because you're learning how to trust yourself. Listening to your intuition. Once you get into that type of alignment, really, air quotes, magical things start happening. And that is your new normal. Alignment is your new normal. Things just fall into place easily and effortlessly. Why? Because there is no resistance. Easily and effortlessly. What is more information that the collective needs to know? What else does the collective need to know? And what is the message that they need to hear? What else does the collective need to hear? Guys, again, transformation. This is a whole different deck. Oh my God, this is great, guys. Get excited. Change gon' come. Oh, yes, it is. And you're being patient. This is the second time. That's the second or third time for patience. Okay? Be patient. It's working itself out. Okay, trust in the process. I know sometimes it's easier said than done because you're like, I've been doing this and I've been working at this for so long. This is why I call this year it's called the Pop Goes the Weasel year. So all the work that you've been doing, the manifestation work, the praying, and that's the and you've been like saying to God, like, I don't know, like what's gonna happen? Is it even working? And then all of a sudden, bam! bam, it's working, okay? Collecting insight. All right, we're going in. We're being still. That's that stillness again. And in that stillness is where information is going to come. It's where that guidance is going to come. All right, make sure you're taking care of yourself. That's what I mean when I say protect your space, protect your energy. All right, nourishment. Okay, and that's from the heart. See, she's got her heart chakra. All right, taking care of herself easily and effortlessly. What other information does it need to give to the collective? You are your power source. Power source coming from source, your team. But really come from source. I say that's why I always say the source within me. All right, pulling from the source within me, infinite power. Okay, infinite power. But also make sure that you're taking care of your body. You're getting the rest that you need. All right, as you're moving through this transformation, some of you may be feeling very, very tired. Some of you may not have or feel like your energy is off. But just listen to your body. Get out of line. What I should. Do what it is that you need to do. However, make sure that you take time. Sidebar, this is an extension of showing up for yourself. So make sure that you continue to show up for yourself. This is an extension showing up for yourself. You taking the time to take the rest and the sleep and getting yourself the food and the different things that your body needs is all a part of the process. This is all a part of you coming into alignment. Okay? Easily and effortlessly. This is the breakthrough for you. Okay? This is the mental breakthrough. Trusting in yourself, trusting in the process. Coming into alignment. How to keep yourself in alignment. Because you come in and out of alignment. You come in and out of alignment. You come in and out of alignment. But what you're learning to do, and I don't know what's made me do this because it's like this is how the movement is. As you're learning to do this, there's less swaying back and forth. The more you start to listen, the more alignment, there's less excuse of boom, bam. So each time you go over, you're crossing the line. This is the alignment. Then you go past out of alignment. Then there's alignment. So you go further and less further away from out of alignment, and then eventually it clicks. And you want to hold that alignment and hold that frequency right there. And that's the sweet spot, baby. So get ready. Because once that happens, it might be slightly overwhelming, okay? But you got this. See, listening. Paying attention and listening. All right? Because this message is coming through, boo-ba. All right? Forgiveness. That's also a part of letting go. All right? That opening up. I told you of that heart chakra. And centering. That's also part of that being still. All right? Easily and effortlessly. And the endless possibilities that are coming your way, boo-ba. See how open she is? She's putting herself in receiving mode. All right? She is in receiving mode. And this is the devil, and this is what I keep reiterating, and I'll always do this. I probably will do this every show. Because most of the people that resonate with me are huge givers. Huge givers. So they are usually in the process of learning how to put themselves in receiving mode. Pull in, okay? And you can even like go in the mirror and practice, or not even in the mirror, just practice doing this. Pulling, receive, okay? Because you're so used to going out, give, right? So if you ask the universe for a gift, this is the analogy I always give. You ask God, source, you ask them for a gift, and they're like, okay, here's your gift. What do you have to do? Take it in, okay? So your blessings are sitting right here on the shelf. How are you going to pull it in if you don't know how to receive? How are you going to pull it in? It's like, oh, I don't know. It just feels so weird. Get over it. You ask for it. Take it in, boo-ba. Look, go like this. Take it in, boo-ba. You got it. Yep. Look, I'm telling you, practice just doing that. I'll even do this sometimes. Like you're pulling on a rope, like the exercise where you're pulling the rope. Pull. I receive. All right, do it really, really fast and just woo! Okay, and get excited. Because great things are happening. Great things are coming into alignment for you. Great things. If you only knew and you could see, boy, how excited you would be. Let me tell you, it's happening, boo-ba. All right, let's take a look over here. Then we're going to do some angel cards. We got chemistry. Got the chemistry card coming up. Okay. So for some people, this is coming in. Some people will be moving on from a relationship, or they were still stuck with a past relationship, maybe mentally, emotionally, and now a new relationship is coming in, which is why you need to be in receiving mode easily and effortlessly. The meet cute, again. That's right, Riri. That's right, the meet cute. All right. So for some of y'all, we got some cute love things going on. All right. And for those, this is a sidebar for some of the people who have new love stuff coming in for them, or if they meet somebody new and they got this, watch your intrusive thoughts. Keep yourself open. Pay attention. Be still. Collect the data. Going to be needing you to get out in that nature and connect with nature. The trees. The trees know all about being in receiving mode. Commune with them. The wise ones is what I call them. They can teach you how to pull in, because they pull in from the roots. They pull in the nutrients from the roots, right? But they also pull in the nutrients from the sun, bringing that in. And you can even use that as a way to practice being in receiving mode, just like putting your hands up, like the lady with the possibilities, right? And she's putting her hands out, and just be like a tree and just be in that sunlight and feel yourself receiving the light. Receiving that light coming into you, coming into your heart, coming into your third eye, coming into your body as a whole. And your body beginning to absorb all of that light, all of the light, like literally feel yourself pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it in. And as you're pulling it in and envisioning yourself pull it in, you should always also be pushing it down and out and into the ground. And so you have a huge system going. You're pulling it in, and you continue to keeping to pull it in, and down. Okay, try it out and see how far that gets you. Being in receiving mode. The iced coffee. Okay, this is the new energy coming in that you will be needing, and it'll be great. However, you still need this. Is after you've decided to take control and to actually get the rest that you need. This will also come with you going out, like I said, into nature. You'll get kind of like a second wind, it's saying, in reference to the coffee. It's refreshing, right? The iced coffee is what? It's refreshing. It's cold. On a hot summer day, it's great, okay? Put some sugar in there. It gives you a little zoom, okay? You feel good. You feel revived, okay? So commune with the trees. Make sure that you are connecting with nature. Make sure that you are getting the rest that you need. And why? Because we're going to end up in the glow up. I'm glowed up. I'm glowed up. I'm glowed up. I'm glowed up. Okay? Why? Because you are in what? Alignment, baby. And because you are in alignment, you're shining. Look at she's shining. She's like, I know I'm bad, but not like in a, I'm a bad, not like that, but just like life is good. I did that. Life is good. Everything's falling into place. If it's not here yet, I know Source is putting stuff together for me better than I could ever imagine. And in the interim, as Eckhart Tolle says, I am going to be enjoying myself. Okay? Why? Why you want to be enjoying yourself? Enjoy in yourself. Why? Because resistance, right? If there's less resistance, that means there's less inflammation. If there's less inflammation, then that means it's an easier flow. Period. All right? Red flags, I told you, but this is part of that paying attention part. Paying attention. Those nudges, those things, or whoever's around you that's lying or something's off. And you already know it. Just pay attention, okay, baby? Pay attention. All right. taking the time, and sometimes some you guys will be getting information from outside sources. We got the podcast card. Some of you might be out there actually listening to podcasts or listening to books to help better you and to help, they're saying like mantras, daily affirmations. I like, who does it say declarations? Oh, I can't remember. I listen to so many different people. I don't like to say affirmations. I'd like to say declarations because they're more powerful. You're taking the power. It's not as passive. Affirmations are slightly passive, whereas declarations is you claiming your power, the power of source within you, and understanding how magnificent the angels are powerful, but so are you, dude. All right, and the angels want you to know how powerful are, and they're like, dude, if you only knew how powerful you are, we're your friends. We're here to help you, but you're just as powerful, booba. You just don't know. You just forgot, but that's part of the plan for you to be so like in a place. How awesome is that you get to re-experience what it is for the first time again, what and who you are. It's a bit of a cool thing, huh? It can be rough sometimes, but as you're going through it and then you begin to really truly realize how magnificent and powerful you are, shoot, you get fresh sheets, baby. That refreshing feeling of crawling into a bed with fresh sheets is like, oh, right? This is what we want. I feel at home. I feel at ease. Things are effortless. Like, right? Start purring like a cat. Okay? See, I told y'all, take that nap. Get some sleep, people. Who needs sleep out there? Who's not getting enough sleep, dagnabbit? Y'all need to sleep. Get your magnesium. Spray those feet, and put you down. Stay away. They're saying stay away from the TVs and the phones right before you go to bed, because that'll keep you active. I know sometimes it's hard, but find something else to do. Yeah, good, Eddie. Get some sleep, woman. Get up in that bed. All right? Stop watching. Get off the phone. No TV. Get a book, and it'll put you to sleep. Read until you fall asleep. Okay? You might wake up with the light still on. Then just turn off the light when you get there. Okay? All right? And you're going to need the strength to push through. Okay? But guess what? This ain't your first rodeo, boo-boo. You've been through some thang fizzles, right? And you got through it, and you're doing great, and you made it on the other side, and you're able to look back and be like, oh, I did do that, didn't I? Yes, you did. Okay? So if there's something that you need to push through again, then let's go. But do it tactfully. Take your time, collect the data, pay attention, listen to the nudges. All right, shift accordingly, and then enjoy the beautiful garden. Okay? Be proud of yourself. Celebrate the little wins. All right? That's toxic, man. Something's around y'all. Protect your space. Pay attention. You know who it is. I'm sure the person or the thing or the situation is coming up. All right? And see, told you. The text back card. The universe is going to answer the call. When you answer the call of the universe will answer your call. When you answer the call of the universe, that's the universe calling you forward. It's time to get it moving. You got to come and move this way. And you're like, well, universe, all the things that you've been praying for and asking for, show me. And then the universe says, bam, sure, no problem. Here's the answer. Boom. Okay? Because you trusted in the process. See? Endless scrolling. Stop that endless scrolling. Goodbye. See? Get in the bed. Shout out to my dad. Get in the bed. We were supposed to be going to bed. Being a teenager, I'd be up on the phone. He's like, get in the bed. Thanks, Dad. Love you. It says take time to breathe out. Okay. Hi, Art with Krishna. Hi, baby. Welcome. All right. Take time to breathe out. This is that really being slowing down, taking your breaths. Why? So that you don't miss anything. especially with this little person or this deception or whatever, this toxicity that's around you. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention, because you need to pay attention, because maybe it's something that you don't know, or maybe it's something that you didn't notice, but the universe is like, I need you to slow down and pay attention. Okay, so slow down and pay attention. And because of this, when you actually find out who or what it is that's being a little emotions are going to fly high. Okay, however, what are we going to do? Where is she at? We're going to stay in control of our emotions. We're going to practice our emotional intelligence. We're going to watch what comes up, and we're going to handle and move accordingly. If we need help, we're going to ask for help. If we want the universe's help on how to solve this, then we're going to ask the universe. And remember, I always tell you guys, this is one of my tricks. This is one of my things. This is a gem right here. You always say to yourself, if you're running at work or anything in life, and you say to yourself, stop, pause, breathe it out, as that says. When emotions are high, you breathe it out, and you say, there are only solutions, and I have them now. 3 times. There are only solutions, and I have them now. There are only solutions, and I have them now. Then let it go, and I promise you, watch the Manchi Champion. It puts you in alignment with the solution. It puts you in alignment with the solution, okay? All right? Win-win. See? Win-win outcome. See? Put you in alignment. All right? So, I see you following through. But what I'm also seeing is, show the world the real you. Right? We're not holding on to whatever it is that we need to say. We're not going to be afraid of what it is that we are feeling. We're going to take a look at all the things that we need to take a look at with eyes wide open. We're going to accept things that we need to accept. And we're going to see what we want to do and how we want to move, and then shift accordingly. All right? Everybody else gets in line. All right? You're taking responsibility and authority for your own life. All right? And then just, be honest and open with yourself. All right, be aware, because that toxic thing keeps coming up. So please, my boo-bus, please. What else? Okay, I said the angel cards. I'm going to do the angel cards. We'll be shutting down soon. So angel cards, and then what else? Oh, then we're going to pull from the bowls, boo-bus. Okay, angel cards, numbers, blast, boom, boom, pow, and then the bowl. Okay, easily and effortlessly. Ooh, time to go. I tell you, some stuff you got to. Don't have to be on your snippety snip. Some people you got to be on your snippety snip. Cut them out. Let them go. I told you guys, having a heart chakra moment, opening up to love of yourself. And when you start loving yourself and knowing and understanding how worthy you are and how you need to move for yourself and show up for yourself, everybody else in the universe, everything will fall into alignment and get in a line. All right? What do you want? This is the question. This is why you need to be still. You need to figure out what exactly it is that you want. For a lot of people, they don't even know really what they want. Okay? They think they know what they want, but is it really what they want? See? Giving and receiving. We had this last week because we're talking about being in that receiving mode. I know y'all are givers, so we need to learn how to receive. Remember, practice that receiving. Focus on service. All right? And for that, I want you to be of service to yourself. Be of service to yourself, because naturally you give to others. All right? Wedding, commitment. Okay? All right? So for some people, there's like a really good new relationship coming in. Okay? You're learning to move from a past relationship, or moving on from a past relationship into a new relationship that is promising. It is something that you manifested. So there's a new relationship coming in that you manifested. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be a new partnership. Okay? But what we're doing is cleaning out the toxic one. Also, whatever toxic relationship that you need to get rid of, deuces, clean and make space so that the new one can come in. Okay? It's going to be like a breath of fresh air. And like those fresh sheets, we getting fresh sheets and fresh air. But that's also what? Connecting with nature. Easily and effortlessly. Shower of abundance. Bam, 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 bam. Okay? All right? Opportunity to forgive. And this is how you're going to move on. Whatever that toxic person is, forgive them for they know not what they do. That doesn't mean you let them back in your space. You still protect your space. Forgive them for they know not what they do. All right? So you forgive them. Let it go. Retract. Adjust accordingly. Cut them out of your life. Whatever that looks like for you. But we do it with integrity. And you keep it pushing, partner. You create space for all the goodness to come in. Okay? We create the space for all the goodness to come in. All right. Easily and effortlessly. Let's see here. Oh, what is happening? Okay. So I'm going to do this. The last boom boom pows. Easily and effortlessly. What is our last boom boom tap pow for the collective? Energetically. Fill your cup with sacred giggles, food. Right? Because we're going to be creating and wanting to create from a place of happiness. Remember I said the love card came up. All right? Laughter is huge. Whatever you can do to make yourself laugh, once again, loosens things up, takes away the resistance, is much, much better, okay? Integrate your knowing. Remember we had that knowing card. All that data that you are collecting, follow your intuition, collect the data, and then move accordingly. Change is coming. Be patient, all right? It is coming. Don't think that it's not coming. And you're out of the place where you're feeling like you are left out in the cold. At one point in time, you felt like you were being left out in the cold and that the prayers weren't being answered, but you are in a place where now you're beginning to understand that moment by moment, day by day, month by month, things are working in your favor. Things are coming in alignment to bring everything that you want into alignment, this or better. All right, and as you begin to move in that trusting frequency, you allow yourself to be less resistance and let the things move in with ease, effortlessly, okay? Following through and showing up for yourself, highly important, easily and effortlessly. How much more we got here? Overrate your intuition. I keep telling you, follow that intuition. Follow that intuition and rise, baby. Rise. Time to fly, love bugs. Time to fly. Set your intentions properly. What do you really want? What is it that you're trying to do? What you trying to do, boo-boo? And then move accordingly. The energy has to have a direction to go. You have to, we are energetic beings. You have to give it a direction. All right? You're the captain of your ship. What are you broadcasting? Okay? What do you want to bring in? Okay? 23, I am adventurous. This is part of facing your fears. Easily and effortlessly. It's that thing that you didn't want to look at. Make sure you fit. I am nurturing. Told you. Start nurturing yourself. Take care of yourself. It starts with you. I am the creator. I told you. I keep saying I told you, but I did. You are the creator. You are the conductor. Figure out what it is that you want. You are expanding. You are evolving. All right. 13, which is what? The number of transformation. I am confident. Okay? Be confident in the fact that you know that you are growing. You know that you are changing. And you know that you are moving into alignment bravely. Okay? Bravely. Effortlessly. All right? I am brilliant. Yes, you are. Because you're figuring it all out. Easily and effortlessly. There are only solutions and you have them now. Bam. Just like that. I am successful. I didn't even look at that. You are successful. Right? You are successful. And you are limitless. Okay? So let's see what we're going to do for this. Digging in the bowl. Which number here are we going to get? The number 2. Which is what we started off right? We said the Lover's card, right? We had the 2, and then the 2 of Cups, okay? So that's to do with choices, relationships. All right, let's make it good. Oh, I usually like to do it with my left hand. My left hand for receiving. Okay. 1, 2. Confusion, and this is about letting go of that old relationship to make space for the new one. Your stuff that you didn't want to look at that you need to look at so that you can let it go. Okay? And one thing, protection. Protect your space. Protect your space, okay? From that little toxic whatever. Okay? You know what to do. And if you don't know what to do, ask. The information will come to you. The clarity will come to you. I promise you will have an answer. All right? But be still. Listen. In the interim, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're nourishing yourself. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. These are very important things. Even if that means I tell people to go in the daggone bathroom and lock yourself in there for 5 minutes and just breathe, just like a slow breath. That's a reset. It's a reset. When you need the reset, show up for yourself. When you show up for yourself, you heighten the probability and the opportunity for you to be in alignment for a longer period of time. So you're not jumping in and out. All right, we want less sway. We want boom. All right, and we want to hold that frequency. We want to hold that vibration because we're always going like this, in and out of alignment. Here's alignment. We're either out of over here. Here's alignment, and we're over here. Okay, we want to stay here for the longest. Try to hold it as long as we can. Okay. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you. So hopefully some of this resonated with you. Send this to whoever you think needs it or wants to hear it. And remember, I do one-on-one readings, so hit me up. If you have any questions or anything like that, send me an email. I will answer you back. If you want to get in it with you or with me rather, one-on-one, so I can literally look into you specifically, energetically, because this is a general reading. I'm here, baby. houseofpool.com. Shout out to my 1-2 family in the house. 1-2 listen. And I love you. Have a great week. I look forward to seeing you again 7 p.m. right here. Mystic Mondays. I'm Sahar, House of Pool. I love you. Get out there. Take your deep breaths, baby steps. And I'm proud of you because you're out there doing it. Okay? You're doing way better than what you think you are. They're saying it. You're doing way better than what you think you are. All right? So keep it up. I love you. Mwah!